Hello and welcome to tonight's live training, which is about how to appear at the top of Google for local searches. My name's Andy Crook, and I'm the creator of the Business and Diagnostic Training course, which was a unique piece of content that I put together a few years ago to help garages with their businesses. The idea behind the Atomic Success Program is to continue that help with some free training and support if required. So, on to tonight's content. Basically, tonight's content is all about how you can appear at the top of local searches on Google. So when people search for things nowadays, the trend now is to go to a mobile device or a computer and type in what it is they want. So, for example, garages near me or garages in my town, something like that. That's how people tend to search for things, and what they're looking for is some listings and then some guidance as to how suitable any of those businesses are for their needs. So we often compare garages to restaurants because they're the business somehow there is a lot of synergy between the two things. They take stuff, they turn it into other stuff, they sell it. So if we think about going out for a meal, if you was to go to or want to go to a restaurant, and let's say you'd never eaten in that town before, so you could be someone who's never taken a car, a new customer, as in a new driver, never taken a car to a garage, or someone who's moved to the town, or someone who's just looking for another garage in their town. Imagine that person behaving the way you would as if you were looking for a restaurant in a town you'd never eaten in before, or you were looking for somewhere new to eat in your town. How would you do it? Yeah, you'd probably go on the internet, wouldn't you? You'd probably bang into a search, restaurants near me. Or if you were looking for a specific type of restaurant, or someone was looking for a specific type of garage. So should we say BMW specialist near me or BMW specialist in my town? That's probably how they would search for it. And this is increasingly the trend in terms of searches. Now, Google is by far the greatest or the biggest search engine out there. The second biggest search engine is YouTube. So it goes to show that the Google has a massive impact on how people find things on the internet. So how do you get to the top of Google without putting in a lot of effort? Well, you use something called a Google Business Profile. A Google Business Profile. Now, this is what used to be called Google My Business up until a couple of months ago. Now, this isn't the first time Google have changed the name of this particular application. It used to be called something called Google Local. You might remember that a few years ago. And then it was Google Places. And then it became Google My Business. Now, Google My Business sort of changed how Google went about putting things on the map. So when you did a local search, it often brought up the Google Maps, and your business would appear on a Google Maps with a little pin on the map saying where you were, and then some information about the businesses. Typically, three businesses of a similar type would be listed in the area where the person searched, and they're ranked depending on a number of things, and we'll talk about that later. So, why have Google changed the goalposts again? Why have they changed Google My Business into Google Business Profile? Well, in Google's words, they say they want to keep things simple. They want to keep things simple. So, what's new in Google Business Profile? So, if you have an existing Google My Business account that you're managing, then you might not notice too much different. You might notice there's a few things different when you go onto your Google Your Business Profile, which soon will be no more, and you'll be able to access it through your Google Business Profile. Okay, there's some changes. So what's new? Well, you can claim a site direct profile or a Google Business Profile. You can just put your own business into a search engine, a Google search, and you'll be able to claim it directly from there. Also, if you also have if you're on Google Maps and you search for your business, you should be able to claim it directly from either the maps or the search bar, which is a difference because before you used to go into the Google My Business app. They've removed that friction, if you like. There's one less step required for you to be able to get onto your profile. Next thing is from a search or from maps, you can start to message your customers with far fewer steps. In fact, I think it's 2 clicks and you can be messaging a customer who has messaged you on Google Business Profile. So they're trying to remove layers and friction for not only for you to be able to claim your listing, but also then for you to be able to start using it and messaging customers. They've also added how you're doing, a performance inbuilt sort of Google Analytics, if you like, for your Google Business Profile. And it will tell you how many calls have been made from your Google Business Profile page, how many people have asked for directions, where they ask for directions from, so you can start to get an idea of where your customers are coming from on this particular platform. It'll also say how many web visits you got, amongst other things. But this is useful information, and the best thing about this is it's free. So, 3 reasons why you need to take action. Well, the first one is, if you don't, I'm sure your competitors will be. And if you want to rank high on local searches, and who doesn't, yeah, you need to take command or take control of your Google Business Profile. The first thing you need to do is claim it. And the reason why is it's free. And if you get your listing correct, you will be on the front page of every Google local search for your offer, what it is that you say you are. And we'll get into that in a second. The second reason that you want to have a Google Business Profile is it's a really, really easy way to get reviews. Now, we go back to the restaurant. If you search for a restaurant in your area and you had a choice, how would you choose which one? You'd probably have a look at the reviews, wouldn't you? And then based on whatever your strategy is for deciding whether it's a real review or whatever, you will look at the reviews, and then based on that, you will make a selection. It's no different when other people are looking for your business. They're going to check out the reviews. Now, if you're not getting many reviews, or you don't have a review platform, Google Business Profile gives you the ability to get reviews, and there's very, very little effort to it. It'll even provide you with a link you can send to customers and encourage them to send you reviews. It's absolutely brilliant. The third reason why you would want to have a Google My Business Profile is it helps with your website SEO. So if you don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization. It helps your website rank higher on Google. Having a Google Business Profile that is linked to your website helps you that website. It gives it what they call authority, and it allows it to rank higher than if you didn't have a Google Business Profile. It gives the website what they call authority, and it's free, and it's very, very easy to do. You don't have to be a real uber computer geek or anything like that to be able to do it. So once we've claimed our Google Business Profile, or if we already have an existing Google My Business account, what can we do to help with the rankings? Well, I'm going to share with you the 4 most important features that help with Google rankings. The 4 most important features that help with Google rankings. The first one is the business title. Now, the business title, you have to be careful here. You can't use a business title that isn't normally used for your business because you'll get penalized. You might get away with it in the short term, but probably long term, Google will catch on, or one of your competitors can report you for using a title that isn't your actual business title. So if, for example, you are BMW Specialists Bridgend, that is your business title, you're entitled to use that. However, you can't be BMW Specialists and then add the word Bridgend into your title. Google doesn't like that. So you may get some gains in the short term with that, but it won't take long before you start to get penalized. So your business title, you now need to think about how your business title, is it loaded with keywords that Google recognizes or customers will use in a search term? If it isn't, then that's a bit unfortunate because you can't then add them to your business title to rank higher on Google Business Profile. The second most important is the categories. Now, Google allows you to have up to 9 categories that you can say your business deals in. So you could put on there you are a tire shop as your primary category. But if it isn't your main business, and let's say your main business is servicing and repairs, you probably want your primary category as vehicle servicing or something like that. Now, the categories are worth revisiting. If you already have a Google My Business account or a Google Business Profile, it's worth looking at the categories and seeing if any of them, because they change quite regularly, any of them are more accurate than the one you've already used. Remember, the primary category is the thing that Google associates most with your business. You're allowed up to 9, but your primary category must be correct. So, the third thing that helps you rank at the top of Google for local searches is the number of reviews you have. Well, not just the number, but reviews. So, the reviews are classified by Google by quantity and quality. So it's no good having loads of reviews if they're of a poor quality. Now that doesn't always mean the rating, but it also means how many keywords for your business are used in your reviews. Now it's a bit unfair because you don't write the reviews. However, if your customers use keyword rich reviews, it helps with your ranking, as does the actual rating of your reviews. The higher your reviews, the better quality those reviews, the higher you will feature on Google local searches. The other thing is the quantity, the number of views. So once you've got loads of reviews and they're high quality, laden with keywords, and they're of high scores, that's what will make your reviews make you rank higher in Google. The fourth thing that helps you rank in Google is linked to what we talked about earlier on, and that is your website. You can link your website to your Google business profile. If your Google business profile website that you use, now it doesn't have to be your homepage. You can use a landing page as the link to Google My Business. That landing page, if you use it, or your homepage, should be rich with the same sort of keywords that you want to rank in Google business profile for. So when you do a local search, think about your primary category, any keywords that you want to be ranked for. They should be on that landing page or your homepage for your business. The other thing that the website needs to do is the location. Your business needs to be based, that website needs to be based, it needs to be based where you want to rank for your local searches. So if you're a multi-site business with a single website, you'd have to choose in terms of Google My Business rankings, where do you want to base your business at. So hopefully that's of some help. If you didn't know about Google My Business before, it's a really, really important thing to get. One, claim your business. It's dead simple. If you just find it on Google, you can now go into a search, Google search, and just type in your business and you'll come up. It'll almost certainly be towards the top of a Google search, and you'll be able to claim, is this your business? It'll ask you something like that. You want to claim it, you have to verify that it is your business. You can't go around claiming your competitors and doing them a disservice. That isn't on. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to start to use it as a able to make your business more visible to customers who are doing a local search. And let's be fair, most people, that's how they find you. And then the way to get to the top of that search, if you've got lots of competitors in your area, and the way to get to the top of those rankings is make sure your business title is accurate, your categories are accurate, you're getting plenty of reviews from the platform, those reviews are high quality, and then make sure your website is linked to your Google business profile with loads of keywords and the correct location. Hope that's of some help. Hope to see you soon.